Good morning, everybody. Welcome to HRD 631, the Adult Learner. And to many, and in some students in this class, the first class in the Adult and Higher Ed program. I want to welcome everybody into this class and into the Adult and Higher Ed program. Welcome. My name is Kevin Doran, and I am the instructor for this class. I've been teaching this class for the past 10 or 11 years, twice a year, and it truly is one of my favorite classes in the entire Adult and Higher Ed program. And actually, many of the topics that are covered in this class were instrumental to my dissertation that I did approximately 10 years ago when I was working on finishing my doctorate. So I love this course. I love the topics that we cover. It's considered a survey course, which means we cover a lot of topics over our 14 weeks or 15 weeks. We don't go into a great deal of detail on any one topic, although it may feel like we go into a great deal of detail as we move forward, but we really don't. We somewhat skim the surface on a lot of topics. So that's why it's called a survey course. So the purpose of this video, which will be similar to, I record videos every week that goes through, it could be a mini lecture, or a mini lecture could be on a separate video, but it's basically an overview to the week, what is expected of everybody to do this week, and some other information that I might want to pass on to everybody. This course is an asynchronous course, meaning we do not have any time that I will ask you to show up on a mandatory basis. We don't meet on Tuesday or Thursday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The materials will be posted for the next week, starting usually on Saturday before we start the week on Monday. Our weeks go from Monday to Monday. So with that said, I'll get right to the materials. What you're looking at is week number 1, and for those that are new to Brightspace, I will say there's loads of videos on how to navigate Brightspace. I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail this week, but I encourage you to click on as much as you can see. You can't do damage. When you're in the learner view, there's only certain things that you can do, but click on everything that's available. What I tend to do is make the materials only available for the current week. Like I said, I mentioned that I open the materials on usually Saturday for the next week, and that could change. I might start opening up a couple of weeks at a time, but I'll give you an overview of what's here. So we have the syllabus, but I encourage you to read, information about me, office hours. To start, click on that, course information, have some learning autobiography examples, which you don't have to spend any time at this point. That's one of the final assignments in the class. And then we have the main navigation panel. In your view, you won't be able to see this. This is like in week number 7. This is hidden. Once again, I try not to give you too much material. Week number 1, which is still hidden for the purposes of me recording this video. But when I send out the announcement to everybody, the one you're listening to, all of the materials will be available. On a weekly basis, this is the format that I give you. So here is week number 1, due by the end of the week. And the week ends on Sunday night. Our weeks start on Monday morning. We start this course slowly. It takes a while. I can tell you, I think there's 1 or 2 more students that are going to join us. So they may jump in or get on the train on Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. And I don't want to move too quickly. So this week we're easing into the materials. You don't need to feel panic if this is your first class. If you have any question at any time, please contact me. You can call me. My contact information is there. And if you do call me, leave a message so I know that just mention that you're in this class and you have a question for me. I will call you back. I get so many calls from people trying to sell me auto insurance that I don't pick up. And as you know, if you're not in my contact list, it doesn't come up with a name. So please leave a message and I'll call you back. So this is the format. You'll click on Module 1, week number 1. Right here will be the video. And as you can see, this is the spring of 2022 in the updated version, and in the announcement that you get, I send the video in the announcement, and it's also on the week's page. This will be the video that I'm recording now. This week, specifically, I'd like you to post an introduction, read these 2 articles, then post your thoughts on the discussion board. Once again, this is learning or writing and learning autobiography. So, and I do mention that this is a fairly large class. We may split the class into groups, but for right now, for week number 1 at least, we're going to have this is everybody's in the group discussion. So where do you find everything? Down below. So here's the main page for week number 1. You come down. Class introductions. For those that are new to Brightspace, I'm going to click on class introductions. Here is the information. You can share whatever you want. I'm going to start a new thread. And, just let me say Kevin's intro. Type in whatever you want up here. It could be your name, introduction to the class, whatever you might want to say. Come down here, and all you have to do is just type in your introduction. You can also use Word. You can copy and paste it into here. And there's one feature I'd like to show you, because some people sometimes like to put a picture in, and this might be your first class. So just say I want to type a few sentences, a paragraph about myself. You come over here. And this is insert stuff. So what do I want to insert? Let me say, okay, I want to go to my computer. I want to choose a file. I'm going to come down here to photos. And I want to show a picture of me. Here's all my pictures. This isn't a comprehensive anything, but, it could be this picture of me and my wife when we were down south walking in the fog. Here's a picture of my son who was in Iraq for a couple of years when he was in the Army, whatever it might be. So you click on that and just follow the prompt, choose the destination, upload. So that is it. You can put a video in, you can put a picture in, you can do whatever you want. That will be your introduction. When you have everything the way you want it, come down here and you hit post. I will cancel out so we don't. So once again, that's the class introductions. I'm going to go back to week number 1. Come back down here. We have the class introductions and week number 1 discussion forums. Writing and learning autobiography. So I'd like you to read the 2 electronic reserve articles. They're not long. And then, answer these prompts. Now, I'm not looking for many paragraphs. I'm looking for something that's between 100 and 150 words. Some people have a hard time keeping it to that, and you can go from there. But, if you can 150 words, that maybe is the sweet spot for these. You don't need to go overboard. Down at the bottom, we have materials. These are required readings. Right in here are links to the 2 articles. Let me go back, and you can use these arrows. This moves you back, but I'm going to use that here. And then with the materials I put out, I really try, I'd say I'm probably 95% of the time, I include an advanced organizer for the week number 2. So you can take a look at what's coming up in week number 2. Let me go back. So here's the announcement that I send out on a weekly basis. A couple of things in the announcement, and you'll be getting this shortly, is we'll ease into the class. I will hold an optional Zoom meeting next week, and this will be sometime next week. It will be in the evening. It is not mandatory, and if you cannot make it, everybody's busy in graduate classes or maybe undergraduate class. Everybody's just busy. If you can't make it, don't worry. But what we're going to do is we're going to spend a little more time on the syllabus, course ideas, goals, and format, and some additional materials. Generally about a half hour to 45 minutes for a class Zoom meeting. I'll hold these throughout the semester as needed. It could be once a month, it could be every 2 weeks, but it's probably more like once a month I'll hold an optional Zoom meeting. So that is it from me. I want to welcome you to this class. I wish you the best, and if at any time you need help, you see something that's on Brightspace, you see something that just doesn't make sense to you, please let me know. Sometimes I post something or there's a link that worked on my computer, it doesn't work for you, or a date doesn't seem right. Let me know. The syllabus is, I will say, it's very well developed. The dates are spread out as I think will work for the course, but it's also a work in progress. I can tell you I may push out assignment. I will never make assignments closer to where we are at in the course. And once again, if there's something you see in there, you need additional information, or just doesn't make sense to you, please let me know. I thank you in advance for pointing out something that I might have erroneously done or just doesn't make any sense. I am certainly more than capable of creating those errors. So wish you the best. Good luck this semester, and I'll see everybody online. Wish you the best in the first week. See everybody. Bye.